I know this might sound weird. You might think, how can someone miss you badly even if they are not interested in you? But all I want to tell you is that it is possible. It is definitely possible. You can make it happen. In fact, you can make them obsessed with you. Everything is possible with the law of assumption. The cool thing is, you don't have to manipulate them. You don't have to play some games in order to get them. What's even cool is that you don't have to use any psychological tactics to make them change their behavior towards you. When you hear about it, your mind will be shocked because it won't believe how easy it is to change the relationship dynamics with this person that you love. So, stick with me till the end, as I will reveal some secrets that only a few people know and that can make your specific person miss you badly even if they have stopped talking to you. It does not matter if you are in contact with them or not. It also does not matter if they texted you 2 days ago or a month ago. It works in every situation. First of all, I would like to congratulate Karen 18 on joining channel membership. Karen, you got a new badge that will be displayed every time you comment. Now, for the rest of you, if you want to join channel membership, just click on the first link that appears in the comments section. Now, coming back to the topic, how can you make them miss you badly? The desire to make them miss you only arises when you get into a situation of no contact. In this situation, it feels like you are going to lose them forever, but it is not at all true. You are not going to lose them, and it is not the end of the world. Change is the only constant, and this situation will also change in a matter of days or weeks. It won't take long if you stay persistent in changing your ideas about yourself and them. Now, what do I mean by changing your ideas? Well, each one of us is always thinking about one thing or another. From the moment we wake up, we start thinking. Some of you even have a habit of checking your smartphone and scrolling social media as soon as you wake up. Then throughout the day, you keep on thinking about one thing or another. By thinking, you are always filling your mind with some sort of idea. You are feeding your beliefs, you are reinforcing them, and those things are changing your circumstances. Maybe some of you know this before, and maybe you have heard about it multiple times, but still you are lazy and not changing them. So, get this thing in your head. If you want to change any sort of situation in your life, then you have to change your inner world. The moment you change your inner world is the moment your external world changes. Before applying any sort of technique, before seeking out any advice to change your circumstances, you have to get this thing in your head. And that is, your inner world is creating your external circumstances. Now, what is this inner world? Well, it is the opposite of the external world. Your external world is your three-dimensional world. The physical world, the world that you can experience through your physical senses, is your external world. The opposite of this world is your internal world. In other words, your imaginary world is your inner world. Your thoughts and feelings are also your imagination, and they are a part of your inner world. So, whenever you imagine, whenever you think, whenever you feel, you enter this inner world and experience this inner world. These activities of thinking and feeling form your belief, and these beliefs then bring results in your external circumstances. In short, you have to deal with your inner world if you want to make them miss you. If you want to make them chase you, you have to change your inner world. Just for a moment, imagine that you are a scriptwriter for a movie. You can write any script that you want, and the actor has to act on the basis of that script. If you want the actor to act in a different way, then you have to give that actor another script. You have to change the story that you are writing. Doing this will make that actor act in a different manner. Now, what I am trying to tell you is, if you want to change the behavior of anyone in your reality, if they are behaving in a manner that is undesirable to you, then you don't have to ask them to change. You don't have to complain to them. You don't even have to manipulate them to change. All these might give you very short-lived results, but they won't last. Now, the thing that will make them miss you badly is that you have to change the image of this person in your inner world. You have to literally change the way you view this person in your mind's eye. You have created a story about this person in your mind. Every day you are repeating this story in your mind. You are adding some new plots to this story. You are deleting some old ones. You are doing this on a regular basis. In short, you are always creating some sort of story about a person in your mind. You create this story based on your past beliefs. You can have certain beliefs that make you create this story in a certain way. Let's say you met a guy who wears his clothes in a very specific manner. Based on your past experiences, you have this belief that the guys who carry this particular kind of fashion sleep with multiple women at a time. Now, you started to have conversations, and in between, you got to know that this guy has a specific zodiac sign. Your friend who believes in astrology dated this specific zodiac sign man, and that man cheated on her. So, every time you talk to your friend, she tells you how much she hates this particular zodiac sign. After your date with this guy, you came home, and based on your interaction and past beliefs, you started forming a story about this guy. You started thinking, I had these experiences where guys with such fashion sense sleep with multiple women. And this guy even has the zodiac sign that cheats because my friend got cheated by a man who had this zodiac sign. Although this guy was charming, I have to be careful about him. What if he cheats on me too? What if he was acting in this manner because he had some different motives? Can you notice how the story gets created? Well, I am not saying that the story is right or wrong. Nothing is actually right, nothing is actually wrong. Only the things that are against your belief systems are appearing to you as wrong. The things that are in alignment with your belief systems are appearing to you as right. If you just observe this world and go deep, then you would notice that the people who are fighting with each other are doing this because they have opposing beliefs. Political parties are fighting with each other due to opposing beliefs. Nations attack each other because of opposing belief. This is what is happening. Now, you too have certain beliefs, and you look at your world through the lens of these beliefs. Instead of exploring, you either reject or accept things, people, and situations based on your beliefs. You are playing a game of beliefs. So, you are forming a story based upon your beliefs. And this story is impacting the way your specific person is behaving with you. It is because whenever you form a story and you persist in this story, then after a few moments, your specific person reflects that story back to you. Your inner world creates and sustains this story, and your specific person reflects this story in your external world. This is what is happening with you. This is what is happening in your current situation. If you understand this, then you can have the key to changing your current circumstances. There are many ways to make this change happen. But today let's talk about affirmations. Affirmations are one way through which you can bring this change into your life. But before we proceed, I want to remind you that affirmation is not some kind of magical wand. It is not some kind of woo-woo technique that only works. Any technique can work for you. It is all based upon which one suits you. Affirmations are an effective way to manifest changes in your life. But it is not the only way. Now that you are clear, let me tell you that you are always affirming. You are always using affirmations in your reality. You are doing it consciously or unconsciously, but you are always affirming. Your thoughts are affirmations. You are always thinking something, and that is how you are always affirming. Now, sometimes you think about these thoughts consciously, and sometimes it is an unconscious process. It is because the majority of the time you are unaware of what is playing in your mind. Like when you turn on the fan and scroll through social media, you are not aware that the fan is spinning. You turned it on, but you are not aware of it every moment because you are focused on watching those videos on social media. In the same manner, thoughts come to your mind and they go. But some of these thoughts stay with you because you entertain them. You dwell on these thoughts and these thoughts from a story, and that story manifests in your reality. Now, you have to change this story, and you do it by affirming. In other words, you have to start thinking. But you have to think in a different manner. You have to think from the state of having your desired outcome. Like, if what you wanted became true, then what would you think? Ask this question, and this is what you have to think. Like, if you are in a situation where your specific person is not talking to you, they are in no contact with you. Then, instead of repeating this story in your head over and over again, instead of telling about it to every person that you know, you have to stop doing this. You have to stop it because you only get the things that you are aware of. If you are aware of getting ignored by the person you like, then you manifest this outcome again and again. Just change it. Start thinking that your specific person likes you. Let's say you are trying to change your circumstances with Max. Now, start affirming or thinking that Max wants you. Max likes you. Max misses you. Max is in love with you. This is your new story. Max liking you, Max wanting you, and Max loving you is your new story. The next time the thought of Max comes to you, don't buy in the idea that Max is in no contact with you or that Max is ignoring you. Just go within and think that Max loves you and dwell on this thought. You have to persist in this idea of Max loving you. Even if the circumstances are opposite, it does not matter. These ideas are reaching Max. When you are persisting in this idea, Max starts to think about you. In his mind, he is like, I love Emily. Now, he starts changing his ideas about you. Not only that, he starts feeling in that particular manner. He starts doing all of this just because you started to view him differently. I know this sounds too good to be true, but it works. Now there would be people who would say that it does not work because their specific person still ignores them. Well, I have an answer for that. This happened because you haven't changed the way you view this person. You still believe that they don't want you and they don't like you. If you truly believed that they wanted you and liked you, then you wouldn't get this idea of them ignoring you. I read somewhere that you always believe something. Now, you can believe that your specific person doesn't want you and entertain this story of them not wanting you in your mind. On the other hand, you can believe that your specific person wants you badly, and you can entertain this story. It depends upon you, but always remember that you cannot travel on two boats. You have to choose one boat. When you choose one boat, then you forget about another boat. In the same way, you can only entertain a story of them wanting you or not wanting you. It is not like I am affirming that they want me, and they still haven't started showing this to me. Just be honest with yourself. Have you turned your back on the idea of not having them in your life? I am not saying that you didn't affirm. You affirmed for them. But then you started to return to the old idea of them not wanting you and not having you. This caused problems in your manifesting journey. You have to literally stop entertaining the opposing ideas and become faithful to this new idea. You have to affirm, and you have to keep on thinking about this new idea of them wanting you. You have to do it to an extent that the external circumstances do not bother you anymore and you change the way you view this person. You just have to do it, and then this person will start reflecting it back to you. So, start affirming from the place of having them. It is not about creating a list of thousands of affirmations. It is about changing your thoughts every moment. Always remember, your outer world is a reflection of your inner reality. You can even listen to affirmation tapes for that kickstart. I have designed one such affirmation tape that will give you that initial push. You can find this video by clicking on the first video that now appears on the top right corner of the screen.